actually Monday morning from Edmonton here. It's still sunny and nice out here. This little guy and me are going to go do some running around. We got to go out to pick up some 4-link brackets that I had cut out at a buddy's shop there. Get those picked up so I can get those welded together. And so we're going to start Monday off by just doing going out and getting that done, get those picked up, then we can get those welded together and get some 4-link kits put together. Heck, Ton's just chomping at the bit here. He's ready to roll and that. So we're let's go up for a little road trip, get that stuff picked up, and then come back and we'll get some work done here. So here we go, let's get this done. So just got in the old Pontiac here and just had to get out to grab something, and got a bit of an issue here. So it looks like at some point this week or today we need to pull a door panel off and reattach a really wish. So to all you young people here, these are called crank windows, is what these are called. A lot of you young people probably don't realize what those are. You know, just push a button, you can crank the window down. So now I got to do the crank window with the outdoor door handle option here, so we can get out of the vehicle. And so yeah, I need to get that little issue there fixed. Happy Monday, folks. He's had a tough day at the office. He's just relaxing. So his dog absolutely loves the bench seat, and just lays right out. Life's all good for him. And but we got to talk about his pay, because he's not. He's the most expensive employee I have. He's actually the only employee I have, but the most expensive. Good thing he's cute. Not happy about being left in the vehicle. Here we are, rail core fabrication. Just picking up my 4-link brackets and just doing a little wander around the yard. I actually got an old Terra Jet in here that I need to see if it's still. I got to pick it up one of these days. Try to do this without getting run over. Here we go, we found it. Need to get this thing here picked up before winter. It's being stored out here. Still has the original motor and everything in it. One of my purchases, and I'm not really sure why I had to why I purchased this thing, but I'm just sort of thinking of ideas I can do with it. And I've been thinking smart car rear-ended engine in it would be interesting, but I need to get this thing home and do some measuring on this and just freaking look cool. They weigh about the amount of one of these big transport trucks, but they look cool. So it's just yeah, I just gotta decide what I'm gonna do with this thing. So anyway, got any ideas, hit it up in the comments. Open for suggestions. I think he's ready to go. Are you driving, Tom? Are you driving or am I driving? Who's driving? Okay, are you gonna drive or are you gonna move over? What's the plan here, bud? Come on, move over. No, let me in. Unless you're driving. Come on. Thanks, bud. Thanks for being so helpful in life. Yeah. Guess I'm driving? Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I Just in the shop here, time to get some work done. I need to get some 4-bar brackets done, or not just 4-bar brackets. These are great for cell phone holders as well. And that one there I have on my bench that I use for to hold your cell phone. And yeah, here's what we picked up right here. So these brackets are 3-piece. And just going to assemble these up, weld these up, and I'll have a set of these ready to roll. So yeah, that's what today's pickup was just picking these up to weld a couple sets together. So we'll just go through on how we weld these things up. So we have to do a couple things here before we get into welding these things up. One of them is these are water jetted out. So when they're water jetted out, the holes usually don't let the bolt go in. So what I usually do, I either get a step bit or a 1/2-inch drill bit, because these are 1/2-inch. And that's the other thing. You can make them universal. You can make these 5/8 if you want. You can make them whatever you want. So you can punch these out afterwards. So this here's a 1/2-inch bolt. These ones are going to be 1/2-inch. And that doesn't fit, as you can see. So all I'm going to do with all of them is I'll just get them, punch them out here to 1/2-inch. That way you have a nice tight fit for when we put the spacer and everything in here to weld these together. If later on in life you want to open them up a bit more, because once you paint everything and all that, you can. Another thing I do is I leave them tight, and then once you paint them, just take your step bit and you just turn it in by hand to 1/2-inch, opens that up, and then your bolt will slide right through there nice, and you still keep your nice tight fit. So we got to punch these holes out first to 1/2-inch. Once you do that, then we're going to grind. There's all the hot roll scale on it. So we're going to get 40 grit grinding discs, big ones. We're going to grind this all off, especially where we're going to be welding in here. And eventually you're going to be welding in here. Make sure you grind all that off, because if you don't, it's going to make for a shitty ass weld, and it hurts your penetration. And then especially when myself, I TIG weld these all together, so you want that all nice and clean when you're doing that. So let's get to cleaning some of this stuff up and getting a set all tacked up and built here. These brackets all ground up, looking all nice and pretty, and I got them bolted together here. I got the spacers in here that go in your neoprene bushings when you put your bushings in your 4-link and your adjusters in there. Also clean this one here up. This one here goes on the back, so this one here is for your coilover mount. Just like this is how it goes. We'll mock it all up nice, and then you're going to end up welding all in here, all really nice, and that. But on this bracket here, what we need to do is put 1/2-inch spacers welded on here. So what I use is DOM 5/8 inside hole, and then about 1/2 inch thick. What that does is it makes it so you won't oblong this hole with when you're driving it. So this will go on the inside with your spacers. Here is what happens. So what I do, we go over here to the lathe. Sit over here. And right here is one. Been cut out already. Now I use a parting tool not to cut it, so let's go through that. And you'll cut 6 of those in total. So you got 3, so you can make your so your 4-link becomes adjustable. So you actually end up with 3 inches of adjustment. And that is what you're going to end up with. So you can set it up later on where you want to be, so you can set your ride height. And then once you get it, so it gives you 3 inches to play with. So if you end up too low, too high, whatever you end up, and that, when I set them up right in the middle. So you can go 1 inch lower or 1 inch higher. And that's where I set them up. So that's what we need to do now is just get these all cut, and then we can weld those all on. It's easier to weld them on before you weld the other brackets on. So that's what we're going to do right now. some tools you get when you get them in your shop. This is one of them. I just got this lathe not long ago, and you know, back to, but like just like other things, I'm by no means a pro on this thing. I you know, the old grade 9 machine shop class where I didn't pay attention because I wanted to be a welder, and yeah, we all know how that goes, young and dumb. And heck, I got this. My machine shop was selling this little lathe. What a friggin' investment in that. You know, I've just been learning as I go, learning off YouTube, learning, you know, like I keep saying, get out there and do stuff, learn stuff. And even the machinist I bought this from, he's been a ton of help on different stuff. But what, after you get it and you start working with it, it's like, how did I live without a lathe? It's unbelievable. You know, once you get something, it's like, wow, this is cool. So yeah, you know, always be learning, always learn new things, especially the younger generation. Get out there and just, you know, I figured, you hear all the time, and that, you know, well, we don't know how to do it, and this and that. Well, get out and learn. Get out and do it. You know, buy cheap tools. Figure out, you know, ways to do it. Like, there's, heck, the advancements in technology nowadays is crazy. Like, I know when I was coming up, and by no means do I think of myself as old, but yes, I am. But we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have, you know, where you could go on the old Google machine and do the, oh, how do I run a lathe? We had to hang out with that grumpy old guy who sat in the corner and ate lunch by himself. And, you know, after about a month or so of sucking up to him, he'd finally show you little things and make sure you want to learn. So, you know, like, it drives me crazy when I hear, oh, I don't know how to do it. Get out and learn how to do it. Turn, you know, like I say, those little things you carry in your pocket are for more than just Facebook, Instagram, and all that. Get on there and you can learn how to do stuff. You know, I'm old and I'm learning how to do stuff every day still. And it's, you know, this is sort of something I've been learning how to learn. And God, I don't know how I lived without a lathe for so many years. But that's my words of wisdom for today. So take them how you want, and you can go from there with that. What are you barking at, Tom? Why? Do you remember that you wanted out here? Remember you were in the house barking? Yeah, you were in the house barking. And then you came out here. Now you're barking out here. So what do you want? You want to go in the house or you want to stay out here? Talk to me. I'm trying to help you out. What would you like? Okay. So you want to go in the house? Is this what you're telling me? Or you want to stay in the shop? Okay. Or you just want to yell at me? Huh? So you want to yell at me? I thought we were friends. What happened? What happened? What happened to us being friends? We not friends anymore? I thought we were friends. What happened? Huh? So just got a new tool here. Actually, I saw someone using it online actually, and I thought, you know what? I need to try one of these. It's a chamfer tool for chamfering edges and everything on when you're welding stuff together, so you don't have to do it with a grinder. And I thought, you know what, I need to try that, because grinding these so you can get weld the fill is kind of a pain in the ass. So actually I just got it, and if you look here, there's one the test pattern I just chamfered, and it's there, and it chamfers your edge. So when you put pieces up like that, you can fill that with weld, and it makes for a nice bit, makes for a nice even chamfer. So we all know the grinders it gets. So I don't know, I paid like 60 bucks for this thing, and from what I've seen so far, it's pretty good and makes life one heck of a lot easier. Yeah, so right there, if you look, you got a nice chamfer all the way down there, and that edge is still nice and straight. So when you take these two pieces and you put them together just like that, be able to fill that all up nice with weld in there. Have a nice finish weld on it. So I'm happy so far. Like I said, I just opened the box up, and that was actually the first one I did right there. So we'll see how it works. But heck, it makes life one heck of a lot easier than doing it with a grinder, and a lot cleaner. You don't end up with grinding dust everywhere. So yeah, win-win, I think. So we'll see. So I got those pieces all chamfered. That little tool actually works really good. I'm impressed. Makes life one hell of a lot easier and a lot cleaner. So now, all these pieces that I machined on the lathe here for your coilovers, and I take those. I do the middle one first. And you just get a 5/8 bolt here. Let's see here, go like this. I got a spacer on it just so I don't have to put it on like that. Tighten it up. And then you're just going to, I just clamp it on. You've seen this here sort of little weld, a little weld bench I've made, and it's pretty handy actually. It's just a piece of C-channel here, and I use it quite a bit actually. I use it when I'm welding my my frame rails up and stuff like that. It works pretty good, and you can clamp a lot of stuff on it. So for instance on this here, I'll just I can just clamp this out like this, and you just get a little clamp and clamp it, and away you go. You can weld that up. So you know, you don't need the big heavy expensive, you know, bench and all that. And especially if you're short on room and you don't have much room and stuff, you can actually take this and you can, you know, put it over to the side or whatever. It works out pretty good. But yeah, so I'm gonna end up welding 3 of those on just like that, bolt them on, tighten them up so they can't move all over the place. You're gonna end up welding those all on just like that. And then once those are welded on, then you're gonna put that piece in here. And so we're gonna put it on here, then we'll set that down on there, and we'll put a piece up to here to gauge so it's all nice and flat there, and we'll tack it all together and we'll weld it all up. But these here are the spacers that end up going inside your, these go inside your weld, or your rod ends is what these are. These are the little bushings that go inside your rod end. So this here will be the perfect width here. So you put those in, that lines everything up, and then this here will line up for your axle, and that when you put it on, so it won't go all cockeyed on you and everything, it'll all line up really nice. So that's where we're at with all this. So I got this all jigged up here now. I got those pieces welded on right there for your coilovers. So if you notice, I put a piece of, I just clamped a piece of flat on here. So now I can bring this up on each side so it's touching. So you're squared up here because these are tight. So you know these are all squared up. Both sides here are touching here. And then this bracket here, I can push all the way up. So it's touching. So now all I'll do is just tack these and then flip it over and be able to weld the front side of it. And it should be all good. So we got these brackets, they're all welded up. They're actually still a little bit warm. If you notice here on these, I rounded the edges here just a little bit so they look, you know, they look more complete, look done. You don't have square edges and all that. So next will be welding these on. So you're gonna fit them to your tube and then probably have to open that up just a little bit, but nothing serious. And then we'll be fitting those on. So that'll be, I'm not sure if these ones here are getting sold to a customer or whether they're going on one of the projects around here. So that's what we got going on around here. So it's just, you know, so we got these ready to go. We'll be doing bars and that next on, you know, to set a 4-link up, and we'll carry on from there. Hope this video was helpful, and you know, like, share, follow, all that good stuff, and get out in your shop, get out and do whatever, whether it be in the shop, you know, whatever you like to do, and build something cool, and see what you got out there. Feel free to comment on these videos. You know, if you have any ideas, anything that, you know, would work better, hey, I'm open, man. If we, you know, if you don't have easier ways, or if you think I'm freaking crazy, whatever, just comment, and everyone have a great day. Get out there, do something cool, and love life. Talk to you soon. Bye.